Let's talk about something you've probably believed your whole life, that if you work hard and become successful, then you'll be happy. But what if I told you the science proves that formula is completely backward? We're about to flip the script on what it really takes to thrive.
I mean, it seems so obvious, doesn't it? It's what we're all taught. Get the good grades, land the great job, get the promotion, and then the happiness will come. It makes perfect, logical sense. But what if it's dead wrong?
See, this is the blueprint we're all handed. But here's the catch. Our brains just don't work that way. Years and years of research in psychology show this entire model is broken because it puts happiness on the other side of success. And that makes it a moving target we can never actually catch.
And this quote just nails it. Think about it. You finally get that big promotion you've been working for. For a day, maybe a week, you're on top of the world. But then, your brain just resets the goalposts. Now it's about the next promotion or a bigger project. Happiness is always just over the next hill, always just out of reach.
So if that old formula is a bust, what are we supposed to do? Well, this brings us to a new way of thinking. And it's a shift so huge, it's like when Copernicus figured out the Earth revolves around the sun, not the other way around. It changes everything.
So here it is, the big secret. After literally decades of research in neuroscience and positive psychology, the evidence is overwhelming. It's not that success makes you happy, it's that happiness is the fuel that makes you successful. And this is what researcher Shawn Achor named the happiness advantage. It's this incredible discovery that when your brain is in a positive, optimistic state, you have a real biological advantage. Being happy first gives you a serious competitive edge in pretty much everything you do.
Now, if this whole idea feels a little strange or counterintuitive, this chart shows you why. For most of modern history, psychology has been obsessed with the negative. I mean, look at this. For every one study on what makes people happy and helps them thrive, there were 17 studies on what's wrong with us. We got really good at understanding failure, but we totally missed the science of success.
And the data we have now is just staggering. When your brain is positive, you're not just a little better, you're 31% more productive. Your creativity shoots up, you have more energy, you bounce back from setbacks faster, you're a better problem solver. These aren't just fluffy feelings, we're talking about real, measurable performance boosts.
Okay, this is all amazing news, but it brings up a really big question, right? What if you're just not a naturally sunny, optimistic person? Well, the most exciting discovery of all might be that our brains are way more flexible than we ever imagined. Let me tell you a quick story. For hundreds of years, there were these tales from Africa about a mythical creature they called the African unicorn, an animal that was supposedly part giraffe, part zebra. And for just as long, scientists and explorers in Europe just laughed. It was biologically impossible, a total myth. But the people who lived there kept saying, "No, it's real." Then, in 1918, it finally happened. A live okapi was captured. The impossible creature that science had dismissed as a fairy tale was standing right there. The myth was real.
So why am I telling you about this? Because for decades, scientists thought the adult brain was exactly like that unicorn, fixed, rigid, unchangeable. But it turns out we've found our own okapi. Our brains have this incredible ability to physically change, to forge new connections. It's called neuroplasticity, and it means we have the power to literally rewire ourselves for happiness.
So how do we actually do it? Well, here are 3 really powerful tools to get you started. First, the fulcrum and lever. The idea here is that your mindset is the fulcrum, the pivot point. If you can change your mindset, you get the leverage to move your entire world. Second is the Tetris effect. You know how if you play Tetris for hours, you start seeing those falling blocks in your sleep? You can train your brain to do that with positive things, to constantly scan your environment for opportunities and wins. And third, my personal favorite, the 20-second rule, which is all about making good habits ridiculously easy to start.
Let's just zoom in on that last one, because it is so simple and so powerful. 20 seconds. That's it. Let's say you want to start practicing guitar every day. Don't hide it in a case in the back of your closet. Put it on a stand right in the middle of your living room. By just reducing that activation energy, the effort it takes to get started, by a mere 20 seconds, you make the positive habit the path of least resistance. It's brilliant.
But here's where this gets really incredible. The happiness advantage, it doesn't just stop with you. The most profound part of this science is the discovery that your happiness is literally contagious. It ripples out from you to affect everyone you come into contact with.
This works because of a process called emotional contagion. Our brains are packed with these amazing little things called mirror neurons. They cause us to subconsciously mimic and then actually feel the emotions of people around us. You know that feeling when someone gives you a huge, genuine smile and you can't help but smile back? That's your mirror neurons firing. It's a hardwired human connection. And this isn't just a warm, fuzzy feeling. It has a massive, measurable impact on team performance. A researcher named Marshall Losada actually found the tipping point, this exact number. It's called the Losada line. It's the ratio of positive to negative interactions needed for a team to flourish. And it's about 3-to-1. That means it takes around 3 genuine, positive comments to undo the damage of just 1 negative one.
And that brings us to this incredibly empowering idea. You don't need to be the boss or the manager or the CEO to change your workplace. This science proves that just one person choosing to operate from a positive mindset can literally elevate the intelligence, the creativity, and the success of their entire team. You can be that catalyst.
So let's tie it all together. Happiness isn't some fluffy prize you get at the finish line. It's the engine. It's the scientifically proven advantage that creates success. By training your brain for positivity, you unlock your own potential, and you start a ripple effect that lifts up everyone around you. So the only question left is, what will your ripple effect be?